Hey guys, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit Incorporated. Today I'm doing the June 15th daily astrology and tarot reading. Keep in mind for those of you who are coming in new to these videos, when I'm looking at the daily astrology, I basically am just choosing it for a specific time. Like I look at it in the time snapshot of Hawaii time midnight, East Coast time 6 a.m., UK time 11 a.m., and Sydney 8 p.m. Again, it's just for those of you who really want to know. Energy is fluid. It's not linear. It comes in, it hangs out, and then it leaves, okay? So I honestly don't think it's important to get hung up too much on the exact time that I'm looking at these degrees with these aspects, but some of y'all want to know, so that's why. All right, so just to give you a little context with that, okay? So let's just dive into the astrology here. So there are a few aspects that I've been talking about for a while, and I went into a lot of detail about them yesterday, actually, with June 14th. I want to talk about some of the newer aspects that's coming up today specifically, but we're going to get there. So two long-term aspects. By long-term, I mean they are planets that move slow. Planets that take a long time to move. We have Neptune sextile Pluto. Both of them have been at their degree points for quite some time. Pluto's at 26 degrees Capricorn retrograde. Been in that for a long time. Neptune is at Pisces 23 degrees. We also have Saturn being square Uranus. Now Saturn is at 13 degrees Aquarius retrograding. Uranus is in Taurus 13 degrees. They were exact square on the 14th. They will be exact square again at a later point in time. And I don't recall the date. I will look it up at some point because Saturn is retrograding and then it's going to, start to move forward again and catch back up to Uranus to have an exact square again later. Now, those two aspects are really big. Again, I talked about them in detail yesterday, so if you want to know more about those, I suggest looking at that video. I also talked about those on the June 7th video as well. So June 7th and June 14th. The Saturn square Uranus, just quickly, creating a lot of difficulty with accepting change, creating a lot of difficulty with independence, creating a lot of difficulty with boundaries and authority issues, okay, and restrictions. Neptune being sextile Pluto is actually really positive. Neptune being sextile Pluto is actually helping to elevate consciousness, which is really nice. I really like that a lot. We all like that, right? Elevating consciousness as it relates to what is being dismantled, right? So Pluto with Capricorn, it is about like the pandemic and everything we've been going through the last few years of patriarchal society, that way of thinking, old paradigm, kind of breaking down, falling apart. Neptune and Pisces sextile Pluto in this way will help us to rebuild, also bringing in creative solutions as well, again with elevated consciousness, to rebuild what we've lost or to replace the old with something new and evolved, okay? So the other two aspects that came up yesterday that are going to be more temporary, but I talked about them a lot yesterday, Venus sextile Uranus, and also the sun, I have all my notes here, and also the sun being square Neptune. So again, I talked about those heavily in the June 14th video. Go ahead and check that out if you're curious, but just a little quick recap. Venus being sextile Uranus, through all the shakeups that Uranus is throwing at us and has been throwing at us, Venus in Cancer sextile Uranus is giving the opportunity for us to heal from that, also the opportunity to deepen our relationships with people, also to revamp foundations within our relationships and our relationship with relationships. It's a very nice aspect for this time period. Now, with the sun being square Neptune, that creates a lot of confusion around what we actually resonate with and identify as truth or our truth, right? So if this is something you've been struggling with innately, it's probably going to be amplified for the last couple days up till the next few days. Anything you resonated with or identified as your truth, you're responding differently now. That's not a bad thing, not necessarily a bad thing, just something to be aware of, okay? So that's that. More of like the aspects I've talked about that are more temporary. Let's get into some new aspects. So today on the 15th, the moon is in Leo about 20 degrees when I looked at the time, right? Moon will be moving into Virgo relatively soon, okay? The moon shifts very fast. It changes every 2.5 to 3 days into the next sign. So at midnight Hawaii time, UK 11 a.m., 11 time. I was going to say 11 time. At UK 11 a.m., the moon is at 20 degrees Leo. Okay, this is all in tropic, by the way, for those of you who are curious. So the moon is creating two sextiles, actually, which is really cool. So it's creating a sextile with the sun in Gemini, right, at 24 degrees, and it's creating a sextile with Mercury that is also in Gemini at 18 degrees, and again, Mercury's retrograding. So you have first of all, there's a shit ton of sextiles going on. I've already talked about two that have been with us for a while. One of them is a little bit more temporary, one of them is more long term. Now we have two sextiles added onto that for today, all around the moon in Leo. As it's playing with this Gemini energy, it's really interesting because it's listening to your instincts and your gut, that solar plexus Leo sun energy, that's going to be super beneficial right now. That's going to bring you a lot of clarity. That's actually going to bring you a lot of truth and a lot of surprising rewards, right? So how does that work, right? When you have such positive aspects with retrograde planet, like Mercury going retrograde, Mercury retrograde brings some confusion. It's like difficult to digest communication, difficult to digest thoughts, difficult to have new perspectives. It is the slow down, delay, bumpy road when it comes to the way we think and the way we speak and the way we interact, right? But with all of that kafumbling kind of going on and how we communicate and relate to each other, the moon in Leo, just as an innate energy, Leo moon energy really thrives off of instincts, really thrives off of confidence, really thrives off of what feels right, what feels right. So no matter what is being said to you, no matter how confusing that gets, if you can just rely on your solar plexus, if you can just rely on your gut instincts and your own confidence, that's totally going to pay off. That's actually going to open some doors. There's going to be some cool opportunities that can come up from these aspects for June 15th. So on June 15th, take advantage of that. Follow your gut. Let it kind of boost your confidence a little bit when you're faced with some confusing situations, or you're faced with someone who can't really communicate effectively, or there's some kind of kerfluffle happening. I'm also going to say, because Mercury and Gemini retrograding with all these other aspects we've had going on for a while, this particular Mercury retrograde period is also about revealing secrets and deceit. Deceit has been kind of big during this Mercury retrograde period. And so if you have the balls to call someone out, you might get exactly the truth you've been feeling instinctively. But with the moon being in Leo, those instincts are going to be heightened, right? So call people out if you're feeling that. Call them out. Don't be afraid to. It's going to lead to elimination, a lot more happiness, a lot more confidence, and new opportunities. Might cause some closures too, as far as closing some opportunities, but that's okay. This is very positive overall, okay? So that's what's going on astrologically. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. Hey guys, all right, so let's go ahead and get into the daily tarot reading. So again, keep in mind these are very general. That doesn't have to pertain to just the astrology of the day. It can relate to something that's come up for you in the past, or is coming up for you in the future, or right now. So just hang out, there could be something in here for you, okay? All right, so we're gonna start off with what are we gonna start off with? Let's do steampunk. We're going to do steampunk. Any messages for the collective? Anything you want them to be aware of? I'm hearing the weirdest phrase. A rose that doesn't bloom. That's weird. I have no idea how to take that. A rose that doesn't bloom. A rose that doesn't bloom. I feel like that's in relation to, how do I say this? Lack of work and lack of effort. It's like there's no payoff if you don't put energy into something, right? There's no payoff if you don't put energy into something. I feel a lot of calling out happening. I think that's why they really wanted me to emphasize that when I was talking about that in the astrology portion. I feel like you're calling someone out for this. Or you could be calling people out on this. Especially at work. If you really feel bad at work. Really feel bad at work. If you guys are learning anything new, or like taking classes or anything like that, or just picking up a hobby, especially if you're doing this with like a group of people or like in an actual class setting. I mean, I don't know with COVID how that's like a thing, but like if there are people around, or you got to deal with people to learn whatever this is, like even if it's training on a job, your gut instincts are really on point and they're right. But there's also something about like being humble enough to actually hear people out. right? Being humble enough to also understand and know that it's like there's still a lot you can learn beyond what your gut instincts are telling you, but also utilize those gut instincts that will help you a lot. I keep feeling this energy of calling someone out. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. I'm hearing the word misery. Okay. Where are we going with those guys? Where are we going with this? 5 of Pentacles is a lack energy. It's feeling like you're lacking resources or time, money even. If it's a very lonely energy, it's a very down and out energy, like hitting rock bottom kind of energy. It's like, I just feel like a major lacking and yearning for yearning. Thank you. There's a major lack and a major yearning for something that you feel like you really need, something you've been missing. And I keep hearing the word misery. This could be someone else. Could be someone in your environment. Keep that in mind. It's fluid, right? Energy's fluid, and I'm reading for a lot of people. Tired of being miserable. Tired of not getting what you need. 2 of Wands, and here you are wanting to do something about it. Okay, I like it. Very proactive Leo energy right there. I think it's technically Aries, but you know what I mean. It's fire. It's Wands. But yeah, here you are wanting to do something about it because you're tired of being miserable. Specifically, I'm getting the word miserable. I am an intuitive reader. I don't really feel the need to say this. Maybe I'm feeling you guys just asking questions. So I'm an intuitive reader, and I do read the cards explicitly. If I have a random channel message, it's a channeled message for someone out there, okay? But hang with me here. Whoa, 10 of Wands. Well, there we go. The rose that doesn't bloom, right? So you're feeling like you're not getting what it is you need out of life, a situation, whatever. There's something that you're lacking. There's something that you need to feel satiated, content, to feel okay. And here you are wanting to do something about it. But the level of work it requires is a lot to that 10 of Wands. There is no payoff if there's no effort. There can be no result or consequence if there's no effort being put forward in anything. That's just how energy works, right? You might be feeling a little stuck or even like overwhelmed. Thank you, I'm hearing the word overwhelmed. Overwhelmed by the amount of work it would require for you to do this. Keep in mind, you might be calling someone out because someone else you know or that you're witnessing is in that position. Oh, we have Queen of Cups. Okay. It's a very interesting Queen of Cups. Hold on a second. Let me pick this up. Queen of Cups is usually a reflective, internal, introspective kind of energy, a very healing energy. This is a very different vibe in this deck of a Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups understands the balance of giving and taking emotionally and energetically. And that's kind of what I'm getting. I am getting a little bit of like a Queen of Wands energy with this, more so than a Queen of Cups. We might get the Queen of Wands out here, but I am getting more Queen of Wands than Queen of Cups. I actually feel like this is the other side of the table here. So let's say you're the one witnessing this person. There's someone going through this energy. There's someone who feels like they're lacking scarcity mindset, if you will, or just feeling like they're not getting their needs met or something is seriously, sorely lacking in their life or in a situation. They decide they want to do something about it, but the amount of work is overwhelming to them. There is an 8 of Wands energy here too, which is about unstoppable momentum. And that's what this person needs to bloom, right? For the rose to bloom, for there to be results, there has to be an unstoppable force from this individual or individuals for that to happen. This definitely feels like it's between 2 people. It can be within a group dynamic as well. This is a very fierce energy that I'm getting with this Queen of Cups. It feels very straight up Queen of Wands to me, but the fact that they're coming out as a Queen of Cups, and keep in mind, this can be you. I'm just getting all the different energies that are going on here. So this Queen of Cups energy, mostly Queen of Wands, there's a lot of confidence. This person's oozing a lot of confidence and little patience. I'm getting little patience. This definitely feels a little bit like work boss employee relationship, or possible like relationship, you know what I mean? So now we have 10 of Pentacles in reverse, impatient. I keep hearing impatient. This Queen of Cups is very impatient here with that 10 of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of instability going on in this in this situation, I keep feeling this energy of being called out. I keep feeling that so badly. I think this individual is being called out a lot for not blooming as a rose, for not putting in that amount of effort. And this Queen of Cups is very impatient with it because it's affecting this Queen of Cups environment or resources or sense of stability, sense of consistency. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Sense of consistency and reliability and predictability in this Queen of Cups life or environment. And this Queen of Cups is getting very impatient. Dun 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 dun. Seven of Swords. Yikes. I keep feeling called out energy in this reading. Like, I'm almost hearing the word, no, not almost, I am. I'm hearing the word accuse. Accuse. This Queen of Cups, I think, is accusing this person over here. Yeah, wow, Justice in reverse. Okay. It's getting spicy. It's getting spicy. Okay, very interesting. Then overall, we have the Nine of Cups. Wow, with the Ten of Swords and the Lovers in reverse. I'm not gonna lie to you. This Queen of Cups energy, like I said, is oozing confidence, but there's like an insensitivity going on here. With the Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords and Lovers in reverse, it's almost like a wish fulfillment. Oh, sorry. No, not almost. It is. It's a wish fulfillment to not be in this predicament, to not be involved in this. So here you have one person over here who's kind of stuck, kind of in a rut, feeling very lacking. Their needs are not being met. They don't feel very stable with themselves. There's a whole lot of work to get out of that energy that's required of this over here, that's required of this person over here. And then you have a Queen of Cups individual who's reflecting on the situation, who's carrying a lot of Queen of Wands energy. I can just feel it. A lot of Queen of Wands confident energy. And I feel accusation. I feel a calling out of, like, you can't do this, you're sabotaging this. You can't do this, look how you're affecting this. It's very direct. It's a very, very direct energy. And overall, we have this Nine of Cups with the Ten of Swords and Lovers in reverse. Lovers in reverse can also imply not just a relationship, but also can imply choices, right? Two of Wands also implies that decision, putting in the work or not putting in the work here. Definitely feels like boss employee. Again, it could also be like a one-on-one relationship or a relationship within a group. I keep getting for some of you it affects a group, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. If this is a work situation, other people could be affected as well. But clearly what is wanted here is just an ending to the madness, is an ending to this predicament. I feel like a lot of you might actually resonate with the Queen of Cups. Some of you might resonate with this person as well. Maybe you feel like someone's being very harsh with you or insensitive with you. But yeah. Wow, that's what I'm getting. That is what I am getting. So let's start over here. Let's clarify this energy over here. I want to look at the Two of Wands. Let's see what's going on with this Two of Wands energy. I'm just spell casting. Talking about the Two of Wands. Whoa. We have the Ace of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So like I said, this person over here who's feeling like their needs are not being met, there's a recognition of some truth here. Truth around a Queen of Pentacles in reverse energy. Queen of Pentacles in reverse can actually be somebody who can be kind of lazy. Can also be very like distracted. It's also somebody who's very selfish and somebody who really puts themselves first before anyone else. I think this person over here is realizing that they really have to put in the Ten of Wands work. They're not getting help. I'll put it that way. They're not getting help. They're realizing that. So remember the Two of Wands, please. Ooh, Seven of Cups in reverse, clarity. So more clarity coming in, confirmed by that. Can I remember the Two of Wands, please? Queen of Wands showed up. Whoa! Whoa! I knew it. I knew that Queen of Wands was showing up. Oh, now we have a King of Wands with the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. This person over here is a King of Wands energy for sure. But they realize that it's like they really need to put in like the effort. They need to exert this Ten of Wands energy. That is like the ultimate amount of work that you can ever put into anything. The Three of Cups with the Queen of Wands, this is wanting joy, a joyful reconciliation, good times, being on the same page. But I'm almost hearing equals. Thank you. I just heard equals, equals. So most of you, I think this is a work situation or a one-on-one relationship, even as it might indirectly pertain to a group or a shared environment. So apply that to your situation as you will. But this is what this person wants, and they're realizing they have to be the one to put in all the effort to make it happen. They have to be a King of Wands to make this happen with a Queen of Wands. That's exactly how I was feeling this queen over here. That's exactly how I was feeling them. Now, of course, with these cards explicitly, this could also indicate that there could be, I'm just going to say it, typical in the tarot world, that there could be a third-party cheating situation going on here, or that someone needs to make a choice between two individuals. And that with the Three of Cups, it could also indicate a third party here, okay? Especially with that we have the Seven of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Justice in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse, the Lovers in reverse. So some of you guys might find out about this. The cards are explicitly saying that, so I'm just sharing that. But intuitively, that is not the story I am getting. Intuitively, that is so not the story I'm getting. Intuitively, I'm seeing somebody who feels like they're energetically at their bottom, and they realize to get what they want, to be equals with someone, to have a joyous, harmonious flow with someone here, they need to put in a lot of effort. They need to bloom. The rose needs to bloom, is what I'm getting. And they're realizing that they're not going to get assistance to do this. They're not going to get help. They have to do it on their own. Then we got this over here. This Queen of Cups, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Swords, and Justice in reverse. I feel like this is really the Queen of Wands over here, who's just reflecting on this situation. And again, I feel calling out. I feel accusatory energy. Again, if it's a third-party situation, it could be accusing someone of a third party. But I feel it's more about like calling this person out of like, you're not doing this, you need to be doing this. If you really want this, you need to be doing this. It's like, that's what I feel. And I feel a little bit of an insensitivity, and I feel a little bit of like, the situation's unstable because of you. The work, the business, the home, falling apart because of you. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. And that what really this queen is at the point of wanting is this. Some like emotional satisfaction on a solo level and some kind of ending to an imbalance of a situation or this predicament in all. So let's look at this Queen of Cups. Again, I feel like most of you will resonate with the Queen of Cups / Queen of Wands over here. Okay. Where to start? Where to start with this queen? I'm gonna do Tarot Illuminati. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. Tell me the Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. There's an Ace of Swords going on there, which we already had, which is just that, the truth. Just the truth. Eight of Swords is about illusions and fears. Getting in our own way because of our own shit. Because of our own shit. That's what's happening with this king over here. I don't think they're a King of Wands yet. It's like they need to become that. They need to step into that energy. That's this Eight of Swords energy. I'm stuck, that's so much work. I'm stuck, that's so much work. I'm stuck, that's so much work. And it is causing some sense of instability or chaos or imbalance within a work situation, a home situation, a family situation, or a money situation. It's really disrupting this queen's environment or this queen's world is what I want to say. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Queen of Wands again. I'm telling you, this Queen of Cups is really a Queen of Wands. Now we have the Hermit with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Impatient, man. Impatient, 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 impatient. It's almost like this energy over here. We'll say the potential King of Wands, because again, they're not quite a King of Wands yet. They need to step into the energy to be successful here. It's almost like they're hiding a little bit. I feel a major retreat with this. A major retreat. I'm also getting with the Queen of Cups energy, which is attached to this. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, right? Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. It's like ultimate water energy because its queens are water and it's the water queen, right? I think that's why there's such impatience here with this queen. This queen can just see it. This queen can just see why this energy is stuck, and it's because of fear and illusion, and it's making them impatient. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Wow, yep. Ten of Swords in reverse. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. It's interesting too, because I can feel like the queen is resisting just putting an end to this whole situation. Even though they're very impatient and like they're frustrated. And deep down they really want to. Deep down they really want to, but it's almost like they're trying to practice restraint, but I don't think they're gonna be able to restrain for very much longer. So I'm at the Seven of Swords. Got one more card. Ooh, yeah, see, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this queen is like, this queen does not want to give assistance here. This queen does not want to give energy. This queen is frustrated, but I think that's also why they're trying to be in this like holding pattern, even though like, again, this energy over here, this potential king really wants this to be equals is what I keep hearing. This queen's impatient. This queen's kind of at their limit, but I can see they are trying not to put a finality on things. But I feel like this energy is going to push them over the edge a little bit. Like this Moon Leo energy might push them over the edge a little bit. Sorry, they're bringing up the astrology again. So Mercury retrograding in Gemini, like mixing stuff up with this Moon Leo energy. There might be slip ups. Like there might be like unintentional blurbs of information or feelings, but it's actually going to lead to really positive things because truth is just truth, right? But that Mercury retrograde energy, it's like speaking on stuff that you probably normally wouldn't be. That's also coming up here. Again, if this is like a cheating third-party situation, I don't know what this queen is waiting for. If it's like a third-party cheating situation, and again, I don't feel like it is. Intuitively, I don't feel that, but the cards explicitly are also telling that story. Oh, when I say explicitly, like I mean like their direct meanings, not the intuitive way of reading cards. Overall, we have Six of Cups in reverse. Ooh, we've got King of Swords. Seven of Cups in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse, and we got that Three of Cups again. There's a lot of disappointment going on here. With the Six of Cups in reverse and the King of Swords, this queen is looking at this individual as if they're a King of Swords. And I think they most likely are more a King of Swords than a King of Wands right now. Again, it's like they need to become a King of Wands to be like same page, equals. I keep hearing equals with that. But they're a King of Swords. They're lacking the fire. They're lacking the confidence. They're lacking the boom boom. I don't know what to call that. The zoom zoom? I don't know. I'm hearing black and white. I think there's a lot of like black and white thinking, analyzing that's been going on, and it's just I feel like it's just been frustrating this queen a lot. Then we have the Seven of Cups in reverse with the Six of Wands in reverse and the Three of Cups. This queen is looking at all of this like this is just like this is kind of an epic fail. Now again, if this is a third-party cheating situation, it's known. The truth is known, and it's just a matter of putting finality on stopping it, like right, on like being done with the situation. But like I said, the queen is holding back on doing that. The queen is holding back on doing that, and I don't know why. But like I said, I feel like the Leo energy is going to push this queen to do something about it because it's known. if you're in that situation, it's known. And what's going to bring wish fulfillment is quite literally the end of the imbalance or the end of a situation. It's interesting too because they keep using the rose metaphor or analogy, whatever is more appropriate for that context, grammatically speaking. This king needs to bloom. This king needs to put in a lot of effort to have some results here to get what they want. And this Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands is just looking at them like, you're not doing it. You're not doing it, you're not doing it, you're not doing it, you're not doing it, or calling them out for a third-party situation. This Queen is very sassy. Very sassy or just very fed up, which obviously fed up is a big part of this. Very interesting. Okay, so let's go and pull an advice card. Just debating which one I want to pull. Let's do the Goddess Power deck. So someone gifted me this deck. Again, thank you so much. You know who you are. And I finally got to use it. With this move, I left a lot of decks behind. I didn't want to. Long story, not going to get into it here. But let's go ahead and use this. I'm probably going to have to read it from the book because I'm still learning this deck. And of course, I'll also give you my intuitive interpretation. Can I get an advice card, please? Can I get an advice card, please, as it pertains to the spread? Okay. Can I get an advice card, please? Ooh, okay, we got a few. Okay, we'll take it. There's 3 that just came out. So we have Rhea, which is flow. Energy of 44, master number. It came out in reverse, but I just wanted you guys to be able to see it, but I am going to read it as it's reversed. Shakti, transformation. 46, a cyclical energy. So you have 44, and then you have cycles, major cycle energy with a transformation card. And then Demeter, nurture, 11, another master number. You have 44, 11, and cycles. 10, 1. That's how you can look at that. Very, very cool. It's kind of simple. Before I even get to reading this, what I see here is like honoring really what's best for you. And if anything is throwing you out of flow, you already know what to do, right? If something is throwing you out of flow, you got to transform. You got to put an end, death energy. You got to put an end to that shit and start nurturing what does allow flow to be maintained in your life. Super simple. No balance, no flow, get rid of it. Fix it, rectify it, transform it, transmute it, end it, bring something new to life. Whatever you got to do, you got to cause some change here. If something is throwing you off balance or taking you out of flow, you got to nurture you in your life, right? Well, let's go and read them anyway. Why not? Why not? Okay. So when I hold up the reverse card, I'm going to hold it upright just so you guys can see it, but I'm going to read the reverse message. Sometimes you may find yourself in a stagnant state where nothing seems to be moving. The flow between you and the universe is blocked. This can happen when you fear that your desires won't be met, and also when things are moving quickly and seemingly in a different direction from what you expected. The goddess Rhea reminds you that when you trust the flow state, you'll find an opportunity to flow around a bend you've not discovered yet. Her alignment task for you is to let go of the branch and allow yourself to be carried on the river of your life into parts of the river you have not yet traveled through. She will ensure that although you will experience unfamiliar and unexpected things, releasing the form of it all will only result in the discovery of magic and miracles. Let go and allow the flow to do the rest. You'll be amazed at how effortless life becomes. Yeah. Let's do Shakti. Such beautiful cards, right? Wonderful change is afoot in your life when the Hindu goddess Shakti comes to support you. All your longing, desire, and focus on something better in your life, coupled with your willingness to do the work, has ignited the life force energy of the great goddess. She responds now to bring you your heart's desire. Know that now is the perfect time to move into the highest version of yourself. Are you ready for this change you so badly wanted? Everything depends on how honest and clear you have been and how willing you are to explore the ways of being authentic in the world. You have the magical feminine divine energy of the creator goddess Shakti to help you when you become open to doing things differently. You are stepping into your destiny. Do so wisely and without guile. And you will be amazed at the way your world awakens with breathtaking beauty. I really like that. I feel like this is advice for both people, to be honest with you. I think the intuitive advice I had is for the queens out there. The explicit advice, again, explicit meaning just directly taken from the meaning of the card as it was intentioned by the creator of the deck. This person over here, too afraid to do the work, right? Too hard to do the work. Is it too hard to do the work? Is it? The payoff is so worth it. Payoff is always worth it to do the work. Some people might disagree with me, but that's okay. We all need different opinions, right? We all need different opinions. Otherwise, if we're all the same, it's very boring. No challenge if we're all the same. Demeter, nurturer. Giving to others is a wonderful feeling. When you have a healthy sense of yourself, you want to share your love, your inspiration, and your experience, and the exchange feels clean. Your boundaries are fluid yet strong. The Greek goddess of grain, motherhood, and the harvest, Demeter, reminds you that a harvest is meant to be shared. You've now tapped into her nurturing love, which is abundant, and your well-meaning gestures will be received with gratitude and in some way returned to you tenfold. Now's the time to nourish yourself too, for giving must be balanced by receiving. Remember, actually, yeah, this Queen of Cups. That's exactly what stood out to me with this energy as the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands that I kept talking about the whole time. In the very beginning, I said, this Queen of Cups knows how to balance giving and receiving. Very important. Very important. Where was I? Now is the time to nourish yourself too, for giving must be balanced by receiving. Allow yourself to feel how the universe is like a wonderful, nurturing mother that is always there when you need her. Demeter says to trust that you are loved and cared for all day, every day, and for all time, especially now. So those are your little three goddesses. Shakti, Rhea, and Demeter. I hope you guys really enjoyed this reading, and don't forget to check out Patreon, and everything else you need is linked below for your convenience, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Have a good night, guys. Namaste.